Dear friends, now let us look at the simple aspects of simple interest and compound interest. Let us understand the fundamentals of how to arrive the formulas for simple interest and compound interest. Because unless we understand these two formulas, the fundamentals and concept of these two formulas, it would be difficult to understand the concept of annuities or the concept of future value of annuities, present value of annuities, net present value, and IRR, internal rate of return. All these are interlinked and based on the foundation of this concept of simple interest and compound interest. So, before proceeding further, let us understand what is interest and how it is represented. For example, if somebody says interest is 10%, then how we are representing 10 percentage symbol. That means what? It is 10 per cent. Cent means 100. So for each 100 rupees of principal, you are given 10 rupees of interest. So as a fraction, this can also be represented as 10 by 100, or it can also be mentioned as 0.10. 0.10, if you make as fraction, for point you are putting 1, and for other two digits you are putting two zeros. So 10 by 100 it becomes. This is very important concept we have to remember. So interest is always, it can be represented as a fraction. Suppose if somebody says 20% interest, 20 by 100, or 0.20. If somebody says 2% interest, then 2 by 100 or 0.02. So like this we can represent the interest portion. Now what is the formula for simple interest? We all know that the formula for simple interest, I is equal to PNR by 100. P is principal, N is time. It can also be represented, instead of N we can put as a T. R is rate of interest. So how this PNR by 100 has come? This 100 is representing rate. Rate means, since we are telling interest 10% means 10 by 100. So P into T into R by 100, it becomes PNR by 100. Now, after understanding this, how this formula has come for calculating of interest, let us arrive the formula now. I am telling you the interest is 10%. That means what? If you are having 10% as principal, you are given, 100 rupees of principal, 100 rupees of principal, you are given 10 rupees interest. What will happen if you are having 1000 rupees as principal? Now let us put it to arrive this formula, how we can calculate the, how we can arrive the interest formula. So it looks like this. We have already done in our childhood schooling days like this. If we are having 100 rupees as principal, we are given 10 rupees interest. If we are having 1000 rupees as principal, how much interest we are given? Now cross multiply it. 1000 into 10 divided by 100. This can also be represented as 1000 into 10 by 100. This 10 by 100 is nothing but R. So P into R into, suppose you may ask me, if interest is always represented for 1 year. Suppose you may ask me, if I am keeping this for 2 years, how much you will get? Into 2. So 1000 into 10 by 100 means this 100 will go in this 1010 times 10 into 10 100. If the time is for 2 years, 100 into 2, it is 200. So like this, P into R into time is we can put as T. So like this, PRT by 100 formula is arrived for calculating the interest. Now you see P into R into T. I am again reminding you, this R also can be represented either as a fraction as 10 by 100, or it can also be represented as 0.10. Fine. Now let us arrive this formula. Now the other question, now we understand the interest formula, how much interest we are getting. Now I am asking you, you are having 1000 rupees, you are putting it for 1 year at 10% interest rate, and after 1 year totally how much you are going to get. So what we are doing, first we are calculating the interest portion with this formula PRT by 100, and adding to this interest portion again principal, that is PRT by 100 plus principal of 1000, totally it becomes 1100. So this formula can be represented as a formula like this. You see, P 1000 plus interest formula P into R into T. P plus P into R into T. Since T is 1 for 1 year, we need not take. Even if we take also, it won't make much difference. So we can put this conveniently as P plus P into R. Now this can also be written, taking P as common, as P into 1 plus R. Suppose if you take out this bracket, what will happen? P into 1 is equal to P plus P into R is equal to PR. So the same formula can be represented as P into 1 plus R. Now what we thought previously, we told that R can be represented either as a fraction or as with a decimal point. That is, let us imagine now R is 10%. It can also be represented as 1 plus 0.10. So P into 1 plus 0.10, that is 1.10. So P into 1.10. Now what is our P? 1000. 1000 into 1.10, how much it comes? It becomes 1100. So for arriving the total value, the formula is P into 1 plus R. Fine. So